There are places in this world where the line between the living and the dead is razor thin. Where spirits roam freely, where nightmares take shape, and where, sometimes, something much worse than a ghost lingers in the shadows. For decades, one couple dared to face the darkness. They were America's most famous paranormal investigators, demonologists, exorcists. They were Ed and Lorraine Warren, and the cases they encountered were more horrifying than anything Hollywood could ever imagine. It began with murder. On the night of November 13, 1974, in Amityville, New York, a 23-year-old man named Ronald DeFeo Jr. took a rifle and shot his parents and 4 siblings as they slept, one by one, execution style. He claimed he was possessed, that voices in the house commanded him to kill them, they must die. One year later, the Lutz family moved into the house, but they didn't last long. 28 days later, they fled, leaving everything behind. And what they reported was beyond terrifying. Blood seeped from the walls. A demonic force whispered in the night. A shadowy entity with glowing red eyes stalked the family. The father, George Lutz, claimed he would wake up at 3:15 a.m., the exact time the DeFeo murders took place. That's when Ed and Lorraine Warren were called in. During their investigation, Lorraine Warren was overwhelmed by a dark force inside the house. When she entered the basement, she claimed to have seen a demonic presence staring right at her. Lorraine's real voice echoes faintly. It was the closest to hell I ever want to get. The Warrens captured a chilling photograph, the ghostly image of a small boy peeking from behind a doorway, a child who wasn't there. The Amityville Horror remains one of the most controversial hauntings in history. Skeptics say it was a hoax, but those who lived there never dared return. London, England, 1977. A mother and her 4 children began experiencing something unimaginable in their small council home. Furniture moved on its own. Objects levitated. Strange knocks echoed from the walls. But it was what happened to 11-year-old Janet Hodgson that made headlines around the world. "This is my house," Janet began speaking in a deep, inhuman voice. A voice that wasn't hers. She claimed to be Bill Wilkins, the spirit of a man who had died in the house. I died here. I went blind, then I fell asleep in the chair, and I never woke up. The case was so disturbing that the Warrens flew to London to investigate. They witnessed furniture being thrown across rooms, Janet levitating, and an invisible force attacking her. Though some dismissed it as a hoax, even skeptics couldn't explain the police reports, the witnesses, and the documented recordings of Janet's demonic voice. Before Amityville, before Enfield, there was Harrisville, Rhode Island. The Perron family thought they had found their dream home, but they weren't alone. The entity that haunted the Perron family was believed to be Bathsheba Sherman, a suspected witch who had cursed the land before her death. The Warrens conducted a seance that nearly killed Carolyn Perron. Lorraine Warren later said she saw something that shook her to her core. Though the family moved away, the house remains infamous. Some say she never left. Silence. Then, faint scratching noises. A simple Raggedy Ann doll, but inside lurked something beyond evil. Notes written in blood, claw marks on the walls. The Warrens took Annabelle and locked her inside a special blessed case. They warned, never open it, never touch it. Yet, those who mocked Annabelle died mysteriously. These are only a few of the terrifying cases of Ed and Lorraine Warren. Some believe their work was real, others call them frauds, but one thing remains true. The families they helped will never forget what they saw.